Bless you, saints. I want to show you what's taking place with this article. Is from the AZ Central, and so it's called "A Giant Shape-Shifting Statue That Talks Could Be Coming to Phoenix." And here's what we know. So I'm going to go into the article, but before I do, I want to read some pieces of the book of Enoch, because it talks about the giants and this thing about the giants and the introduction of the holographic technology. And as I said, I will go through it in the article, but how this is bringing about Revelation 13 and the image of the beast, the mark of the beast system. And so it's all coming and unfolding before our eyes. And so I'm going to read to you who the giants are and what they did in the past. And so they're trying to bring them back. And as they're trying to bring them back, they're bringing them back to devour humankind. That's what they did. And so in the book of Enoch, chapter 15, verse 8, it says, "And now the giants who are produced from the spirits and flesh," they were from the fallen angels and humans, "shall be called evil spirits upon the earth, and on the earth shall be their dwelling. Evil spirits have proceeded from their bodies, because they are born from man and from the holy watchers," the fallen angels, "in their beginning and primal origin. They shall be evil spirits on earth, and evil spirits shall they be called. As for the spirits of heaven, in heaven shall be their dwelling. But as for the spirits of the earth, which were born upon the earth, on the earth shall be their dwelling. And the spirits of the giants, they afflict, they oppress, destroy, attack, do battle, and work destruction on the earth, as they do today, and cause trouble. They take no food, but nevertheless hunger and thirst, and cause offenses. And these spirits shall rise up against the children of man and against the women, because they have proceeded from them." And so what do we think is going to happen when the these statues that they want to bring about to 21 cities, as I'm showing you on the screen? These statues will be the host for these evil spirits. And so I want to read another piece of in chapter 19, still the book of Enoch. "And Uriel said to me, Here shall stand the angels who have connected themselves with women." These are the fallen angels that went into the women, to the humans. "And their spirits assuming many different forms." And the reason I'm reading that is because, as you're seeing on your screen, shape-shifting. The fallen angels can shape-shift. They cannot die, but they can shape-shift into a humankind. They can shape-shift into anything, as they did before. And so, and again, this, what I was reading, "and their spirits assuming many different forms," meaning they can shape-shift. "They are defiling mankind and shall lead them astray into sacrificing to demons as gods." Just what we're seeing today. It's a sacrifice. It's a human sacrifice to these demons. "And here shall they stand till the day of the great judgment, in which they shall be judged till they are made an end of." In the book of Jubilees, I'm just reading you little pieces. Oh, thank you, Heavenly Father. In the book of Jubilees, chapter 7, verse 21, it says, "For owing to these three things came the flood upon the earth, namely, owing to the fornication wherein the watchers against the law of their ordinances went a-whoring after the daughters of men. And they took themselves wives of all kinds they chose, and they made the beginning of uncleanliness." So we see the beginning of the genetic manipulation, the DNA destruction upon the whole earth except Noah. And they beget sons, the Nephilim, and they were all unlike, and they devoured one another. That's what the giants did in the past. That's what the giants will do again. The Lord said if it wasn't for the elect's sake, he will shorten the days, because the deception, the demonic attacks, and the Lord has to intervene for the brutality and the magnitude of the deception that is coming. And so, and they devoured one another, and the giants slew the Nephil, and the Nephil slew the Elho, and the Elho mankind, and one another. So they devoured and slew mankind. And every one sold himself to work iniquity and to shed much blood. And the earth was filled with iniquity. And after this they sinned against the beasts and the birds. And we're seeing the hybridization of making hybrids of all flesh and all that moves and walks on the earth. And much blood was shed on the earth, and every imagination and desire of men imagined vanity and evil continually. And the Lord destroyed everything from off the face of the earth because of the wickedness of their deeds, and because of the blood which they had shed in the midst of the earth. He destroyed everything. So I wanted to segue with that, so that we understand that these entities, these fallen angels, can shape shift. And so here we go with the article. So a giant shape-shifting statue that talks could be coming to Phoenix. Here's what we know. And I'll put a link of their video on the description so that you can go watch the video for itself. So the giant, a 10-story movable sculpture that could be coming to Phoenix. An Irish company is working to bring 10-story movable image-shifting sculptures to cities across the world. This is being done across the world, including Phoenix, Arizona. Could you imagine watching a 10-story tall Beyonce perform on Grand Avenue? What about John Lennon or on Van Buren? Or a much larger than life Larry Fitzgerald near State Farm Stadium? And so the devil always introduces things with the appeal to the selfie, the appeal to the entertainment industry, to get people to be enamored with these superheroes and all these things that they want to project. So the possibilities are endless if a European group plans come together. A company in Ireland is hoping to bring the world's tallest moving statue to 21 cities in 2021, including Phoenix, called the Giant. It's a programmable moving statue that's 10 stories tall and covered with millions of LED pixels that allow it to take the form of any person, even Spider-Man. According to the press release, the giant's arms and head can move in multiple directions and would change shape every hour as crowds gather below. The giant can take on any image, so you could even find yourself featured. Talk about the ultimate selfie. I was just saying that. The ultimate selfie. And so here man will be deceived into being part of this giant statue that is not just a statue. If we're talking in spiritual sense, this goes into the demonic, and it's allowing people to be possessed, allowing people to be opening the door to all this demonic in their life. The statue can also sing and speak. And so, boy, that first thing I thought about was Revelations 13, that it talks about the image. that can speak and take life. The project's website calls it an exciting digital art gallery. And I'm not saying this is the image of the beast. What I'm saying is this is the segue, the stage is being set. The world stage is being set for the Antichrist. The world's most captivating billboard, and of course, fun for the entire family. Well, of course, that's the way they present it. Fun. It's fun. So, the idea was developed by entrepreneur Patty Dunning, Berlin-based architecture studio Dan Perlman, and backed by the commercial real estate company Enterprise Ireland. Each giant will cost $18 to $24 million to develop, depending on the location and chosen size, according to the press release. The company estimates the sculpture to bring in about $14 million in revenue for the host cities. So that's the appealing, that's the catch, that's the hook to get the cities to buy into this. The visitors would be able to see panoramic views from the structure, judging by the artist's rendering on the website. A series of exhibits would be held inside the base or stage of the attraction, as well as dining and shopping. The statue can be a permanent or temporary fixture and built in 18 months. The giant will be one of the world's most ambitious cultural and commercial projects, bringing together art, amusement, and wonder to create a contemporary and highly profitable business. We envision the giant as an adjunct to new urban redevelopment projects, stadiums, arenas, shopping centers. So they're going to make it to be a it's just going to blend into everything else for a social culture change, right? But there's more to it than just what they're saying and selling us here. And so I encourage you to look at the video. I can't do it for copyright reasons. I'm just adding the link on the description. This is important to understand this, and this is part of what they're presenting. The giant company is a member of the IAAPA, the International Association of Amusement Parks and Attractions. So that's how they're presenting it, as an amusement. But it's more than an amusement. The giant is planned for 21 major cities across the globe. While every giant is bespoke for its city and country, each is also a member of a family that can digitally communicate with other giants around the world. So they're going to be using artificial intelligence. These things are going to communicate between each other. Global events will engender global communities, and these trend-sending events will become a defining social feature of the coming decades. And so, again, as I read in the beginning, we understand that as the Lord warned us, Jesus warned us that it would be as the days of Noah, as the days of Lot. And it's unfolding right before our eyes, folks. And so I encourage you to do your own research about this and about all the other things that are taking place. Very nefarious. And I bless you, and I urge you that if you to seek the Lord more than ever, to seek the Lord for understanding. We cannot be asleep. We got to be about our Father's business. We got to be holy. And the Lord called us to come out of my people in Revelation 18, to not be part of their sins, to not be part of this world. We're not of this world. And so I bless you, my precious saints. I just wanted to bring this to your attention, for it's pretty breaking news, even though it's a few days old, that we understand what's being done and how the stage is being set. So be blessed, and till soon again, Lord willing. I bless you, and please keep me in your prayers as I keep you in mind. In Jesus' name.